Hey everybody, got a little bit of a time to play around here. Been working on a few videos because had some education on some things that have changed on the MPC 3.x and want to just try and see how how it feels. So happy to have been having some folks reach out, telling me, giving me some suggestions on things to try that I hadn't been trying. The big one is I had no idea that to get track mute automation to work, that you have to touch the button up here and turn it to the red W so you're in write mode. I don't remember ever doing that in firmware 2.x, but I mean, it makes sense. It is automation, and why not have it enabled to be able to get to work? Anyway, I just wanted to try a few things out, see how it feels. If anybody's out there has some questions, happy to do my best to try and answer them. And otherwise, I don't know, see where we end up. Pull something out of, whoops, that's a little too far. Maybe not that loud. Probably not going to do a disco track, but see what. We can do like a standard easy beat though. That was way off. Although maybe it doesn't sound that bad. Let's get some claps. Let's go claps. Get rid of that. I'm just going to hold down erase and we'll get the crash in here. I'm going to make an educated guess that the first note, the first chord, says A minor, so we're going to hope that we can use that for our bass. So I'll go new track, see what we can pull in for a plugin, and let's bounce over to we'll go to A minor. Oh, it wasn't flat, that's right, it was just natural, hopefully. Let's go grab we can get a bass out of here. I feel like we need to drop the volume here a bit so we can have some room for the bass. All right, let's go back. All right, let's go and see what the heck it thinks this other pad is. Then G. All right. quite close, but let's see. Is it G sharp maybe? Not quite hitting it. All right, so the fun part is we should be able to come over here, and now, I mean, this isn't something I would usually do. I would usually have multiple tracks going to the same program, but at this point, if you're going to go do this, I think you just explode tracks, because then you can have individual drums and separate out the other things. It does do a pretty nice job doing this based on mute groups as well. So we probably don't, yeah, we got mute group 1, mute group 2. So let's go see what the heck are in those. Okay, yeah, so it's just got the hats. We can rename this to hats, and the other one we can rename to keys, because it doesn't know what they actually are, it just knows that there's a mute group there. So we're getting there. So then we got kick, snare, and cymbal. We can just name those. And apparently when you do this, it's just wipes out all the other things. So it's not duplicate. Just knocking my phone into the side there. So when we do the explode now, instead of it using the same program, it's creating brand new programs, which I'm totally fine with. And because I think that'll make it, again, it should make it less confusing for folks what's going on when you're doing like explodes and all that fun stuff. So I don't know, snare clap, somewhere in between, but this snare drum was the name, so we'll leave it. And just go crash. All right, so for the fun stuff, if we can clean up a little bit. We don't necessarily, like this is standard behavior. When you explode, the MPC goes in and mutes it in 2.x. It's doing the same thing here. You don't need it anymore because we have all these new programs. So unless you wanted, for some reason, want to be able to come back and play some of these other tracks, you don't need it. You can just delete it and get rid of it. And if we go to mute now, it's looking quite a bit cleaner. This is just our bass. And don't need the mixer yet. So now we can do fun things like, let's see, I know normally what I would do is I would start with whatever I want to have muted, I would mute it. I don't know, I haven't seen that works quite the way I want, but let's see how this, if I'll just play. Okay, so if we come in and do a write, I'm wondering, does that write that out to the track? Okay, so you do enable write. Looks like we can set timing correct if we wanted to do that, or we can go in and edit it. Okay. I think I mean, I think like I can work with this. Like, I might actually still use sequences more, but you know, we can come in, erase. Let's see if if it'll just allow us to erase everything from all tracks, right? Can we do all still? Do we have automation on some of these other buses? We may. We don't want to do all. Okay. Looks like if you want to erase automation, we don't have a clean way to do it everywhere, but you got to do it. You got to do it. Oh, I just did all, didn't I, on the bass. So if we go to mutes, we can just see we've got hats, snares, crash, still has automation. So we got to go fix that. Hats, erase, automation, snare, and crash. Erase, automation. And I don't know that this is the best way to do it. As I said, I was just playing around, but this will allow us, if we wanted to, we can then start duplicating the sequences. So we can copy, do like intro, do it, and then we can come in. We've got the mute on. So if we wanted the intro to be I don't know why it carried over some of that automation. So probably have to think about how to juggle some of these things a little bit more. Let's go out of read mode. Let's go back. We'll just do another quick round of erase and see if that fixes it. Again, this is not probably how I'd exactly do this, but just trying to, whoops, did all. Just trying to see what we're kind of dealing with here. Erase, automation, erase, automation, erase, automation. Let's now go to mute. We'll turn those off. Let's see if it just plays. So we shouldn't have any automation going. Should be clear. So this is more, I'll copy this back. Yeah, we'll copy this back to, copy sequence back to sequence 1. Oh, did I just copy it on top of itself before? We're going to go copy sequence, and this time we're going to go sequence 2 and call it intro, and hopefully be a little bit saner here. So I don't want to do any automation yet. We just want this. And I'm just watching to see if it does any automation stuff. Looks like a no. So from here, like if I'm just trying to work real quick, I'll again copy the sequence. We'll copy it to the next one. Maybe we'll do build A and come back in. Maybe we bring in the hats. Make sure that works okay. Cool. Let's go copy this sequence over to I don't know what this is. We'll just go next A, doesn't matter. And we need to put this on a new sequence. I don't know why it's not popping up. I wish there, I kind of wish there was something that would just let you know that you're overwriting something that you already have content for, because that's kind of annoying, but we got what we got. So we've got the next one. Let's mute. And I want on the, I'm going to go timing correct here. And I want to go right. Let's just go write some automation. Because that did it. I want it to come in there. Hopefully that's good. Now, we'll then, I can't copy. I got to go back because the problem with this one is we have the automation in the middle and I don't want to carry that over. So come here. We'll switch back to build A. Let's just call this like main A. We'll copy it over. We'll go main A. Do it. It's fine. And sorry, just trying to get my bearings for everything. We go back to mute. We want kick on. We want snare on. Maybe we take the hats out. It's weird that the snare was off, came on. I don't know, I think there's like some interface things that we might just need to pay attention to from time to time here. We're going to copy this to main A. 2. I mean, obviously, I would probably, because I just want to add the crash in on the second one, I'd probably just duplicate the length of this, but just because I want to play around with and see. Okay, so it went away. Cool. So then we're going to go into copy sequence. We'll make this drop A. Take out all the drums and mute. Boom. Not sure that. Do we need to stop? It knows that those should be muted there. So it's carrying over something. All right, let's just go edit it. We'll go automation, come up here. All right, the one that we're on, the track we're on bass doesn't have any mute automation. Hats are muted, keys, crash. Let's go back here. Track mute is, yeah, you can see there's like a little tiny blip in the line. We're just gonna, come on, you can do it. There we go. So that gets us that muted. What's the easiest way to change tracks here? Can we pull the drop down? Doesn't seem to. It probably wants me to come to the arranger, come back to grid, track mute. We'll draw this in again. I don't know why it has a hard time driving over there, but it's okay. Grid. Track mute. Okay, that is muted. Let's go to main. Actually, let's go to mutes. And this is basically our intro, but we'll do the drop. We can go back into, we'll make this next one. We'll go, I'm going to go back to sequence. We'll just copy this over, because I know that it should be clean, and we'll go main B. We'll just have everything on here. Do it. And then we'll make an outro, because I just wanted to actually see how this works with going into song mode and things. We'll do drop. Should be drop B. Do it. We'll mute. Why are, I think there's something weird going on here, but what do I know? We'll do keys and hats, main, then we'll copy this one more time and just go outro, just have keys. Somehow I think some of these aren't going to do what I want or expect, but that's all right. We're learning. Let's go song. So presumably we can drag, insert, I don't want outro. This has always been, I've always found it not be what I don't quite know what the right way to drag things over or insert them is. Usually what I just do is just hammer off a whole bunch and then edit this by hand, but this is clearly not the right way to do it. Main B, drop B, outro. So we play from start. We should be able to hear everything going. Kicks are on for some reason. So I guess there's something wrong with some of the automation here. for recording track meets. It's kind of working. Because we're going to go back. The intro was not supposed to have kicks. It was supposed to be just keys and bass. And now it's playing and they're not there. And that was supposed to have hats in it. Kicks come in halfway. Kicks in the snare. It's sort of what I want. The drop was supposed to be just keys and no bass. And then we get the magic extra note in there. Yeah, I'm gonna have to keep playing with this. There's definitely some things I don't quite get or understand, or I'm not sure how to repeat some of these things. It's close. I feel like there's a couple caveats or gotchas that are in here that I just need to learn. So I guess that's going to be it for me for right now with the MPC. But yeah, anybody that came by, thanks for stopping by. Keep making music, keep having fun. Remember, if it sounds good, it is good. And we're going to keep playing with the MPC here and seeing what